going?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call the park board meeting to order. Scott?
Good evening, everyone. Hopefully I had a chance to read through the last month's minutes. Pretty extensive report there, so any questions on any of that? Okay. Just real quick, update you on our baseball and softball program. We finally completed that. Our last night of games was July 21st. It was supposed to be done before July 4th, but rain got in our way, rain and heat. We finished up with boys kid pitch and girls kid pitch that night. And overall, I mentioned at our last meeting, we had 14 nights that were rained out or heated out. Well, we had to add 2 more, so 16 total, which we got through it all and all the leagues completed. Our intermediate baseball season has come to a conclusion. We had 2 teams, 2 of our own teams that played. They played a 5-game schedule, most against each other, but then we also had a couple other teams they got to play against. They actually, the Saturday of our event here at the park for Christmas in July, they got to play a doubleheader at the high school baseball field over there. I want to thank Dan Thurston and those guys for letting us use that facility over there. We had 30, I think, guys involved in our intermediate program for 13, 14-year-olds, and we'll probably start that a little bit earlier next year so they can play in the month of June and July and then finish up. But I think it was a good start because you got to start someplace with everything, so we started that way. So on the softball side, we didn't have enough, but we will offer it again next year for softball for 13 and 14s. And we'll figure out the schedule, how we're going to work it in with everything else. But all in all, pretty good start with that. Very competitive games between the 2 teams that plays. The coaches did a great job of divvying up the talent with pitchers and catchers and all that other good stuff. So. Midsummer baseball and softball, the application deadline was this past Friday. And I've learned over time that deadlines just mean that, oh, we're going to call and let you know that we're sorry we're late. Right now, we're at 173 kids signed up, and there's still more coming. Last year, we had 180. The year before that, 140. So we're right on about the same pace we were a year ago. I'm expecting probably 200 kids, ages 4 through 12, playing either T-ball or coach pitch, machine pitch, or kid pitch. And that program will start practicing this Thursday. We'll have group practices first on Thursday and Friday this week. And then after next week, we'll divvy them up into teams, and then they'll start playing games. And we will be done September the 12th, rain or shine. That's our last date. So it's a short six-week program. That's why we're only charging $15 a kid. They're getting a shirt out of it, and we'll get some sponsors to cover the cost and all that other good stuff. But right now, 173, because I just found another one of my drop box in there. So it's been very well received. So.
How much?
173 kids.
180 last year, right?
180, yeah.
My daughter hadn't signed up yet.
I know, his daughter hadn't signed up yet. There's a couple of the coaches' kids that haven't signed up yet, so yeah. We'll get there.
Good deal.
Youth volleyball, our signups are going on right now. That is for 3rd through 6th graders, for anybody in the county that wants to be involved. Last year we had 6 teams that played, and we play at the elementary school at Southwestern Elementary on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Deadline to sign up is August 22nd. I've got 10 applications so far, so we're still a little bit off before the deadline. Christian Academy of Madison will play in our league this year. They contacted us early on, and it fits better with their schedule. And I just heard from them today they might have 2 teams that play in our league. So we'll just charge them a sponsorship fee of $200 to play in our program. So, and again, that'll all be at the elementary school. And fall soccer. Signups are still ongoing. Jefferson County Soccer Association takes care of our program. I believe Brian and Paul will be here this Saturday for the final push, I think from 11 to 2. And then our soccer jamboree scheduled for August the 30th. It's always that Saturday before Labor Day, and then we'll start playing matches or games, whatever they're called in soccer, on Tuesdays and Thursdays after that, right out here in our facility.
How many soccer kids they got signed up?
I don't know. They take care of all that.
I think they had, what, 80 last year or something
Yeah,
like
we
that?
had 3 teams in each division.
Yeah.
So.
I was thinking.
Yeah, about 30 kids in each division, so we're hoping to get that, at least that many. So.
Yeah.
And we do U6, U8, and U10. That means kids under 6, and then 7, 8, and then 9, 10, 11. So we're looking forward to that program again. Any questions on the program? Okay. Moving to activities, our Christmas in July event took place Saturday the 26th, and was very well received. I want to got some thank yous to pass along. First of all, to some of my park committee that was here,
Lori Ryder, Kate Lanier, Dave Miller, and also Amanda Adams, who took pictures with Santa. We ended up having a full day of activities. It ran from 10 to 7. Our craft fair was from 10 to 4. We ended up with 8 vendors for it. We had a couple back out at the last second because it was hot outside, but we did offer fine air conditioning on the inside. So.
Were they inside or outside, half of them? All of them? Or?
We had 4 inside and
Half and half.
yeah, so it wasn't too bad. And they were very well pleased. We had Santa inside with Mrs. Claus too, so that went over very well. Thank you, sir. I'll probably need that. And then Santa was here from 11 to 3, and then we had music out at the shelter from 12 to 7, or from noon to 7. And I want to thank Tim Chandler from Falls City Christian Church. He kind of put the music together for us. That we used their sound system, and we had Outlier. We had Zach Hackney, who plays with the Vaguely Familiar group, and also Roman Toast played out here. So, and then for the kids, we had our bouncy houses out in field number 3 out here. We ran long extension cords and long hoses because we had some water out there. So that was very well received. We also had a 9-hole, 9-square thing where you play above your head and all that other good stuff. It was a warm day, so the water was the big attraction. Speaking of water, we also had a dunk tank. I want to thank Jefferson County Kindness for being here. Mike Sims spent the entire day with us. And want to thank the Dunkies who volunteered to spend some time up there. A couple of our police officers, Zachary Daniels and Kyle Pence, were up there. Also Dave Miller, Rob Harris, Aubrey Turnbull, who was here volunteering as a Hanover College student who took a turn. Elizabeth Miller, we had Tom Scroggins, Abby Fulton, Don Server was up there, Josh Myers, and I also sat up there.
Wow, yeah, a lot of them up there.
Yeah, so we had a really good turnout. Kids.
We didn't know you were up there, we'd have come.
Well, I didn't advertise the fact I was gonna be up there.
Yeah.
So I didn't want people throwing at me while it was going on, so. And we split the funds between us and the Kindness Group, and we're waiting on that check to come to us. We didn't make a ton of money, but it was a lot of fun for everybody involved, so. And we had some great sponsors. Nothing came out of our festival dollars. Everything that we had here that needed to be paid for came from our sponsors. Beer to Dumpster Rental, Steiner Heating Air Conditioning, Servpro of Madison, Lawrenceburg and Versailles, Hanover College, North Madison Christian Church, Thornton Terrace, Falls City Christian Church, Jendy's Pizzeria, and Ridge Contracting. So we collected about $1,450, and that covered our costs, so there was still a little bit left over. Also, our food court was, we had Rubby Q, Nana's and Pocalana's Poker Wagon, and Kona Ice, and they paid a little bit to be here. I think it was a $100 vendor fee that we charged them to be here, and they all were pretty pleased and would be willing to come back and do some other things later on. So, all in all, I think a great event, and it was something we can build on. Something definitely we can build on. It was a hot day though.
Yeah.
And of course, the following weekend was beautiful and nice. And all. Probably would have been cold in the dunk tank, but that's all right. But again, thanks to everybody. Also want to thank Kenny Dagler and Mike Licklider. They ran some electric for us to get out to where we needed to be, where we put the food court. And it was cleaned up on Monday, and we're ready to go for the next event. So, and with that music that we had at the shelter house, it kind of sparked an idea, and we're going to work with, I think, Falls City and Tim and some of the others, that we might start offering. I know we have the amphitheater here, but we have parking and a shelter house. We might start having music at the shelter. We can move the picnic tables out of the way and get people here, and we don't know. We're just formulating some plans where maybe a Thursday night, have a couple of different performances out there, and Kona Ice or somebody here too. Just something extra here at the park for people to come and enjoy. So, but I'll keep you posted when we get to something to do that. If it started getting cold outside, we probably won't be outside too much. So, anyway. But all in all, I think Christmas in July went well. I don't know if you saw the front page of the Madison Courier. Bob Demery did a great job of covering that event for us. A couple pictures up there. He didn't have to put me in there, but he did. So, we appreciate that support. Party in the Park, we know it's September 13th. What time are we doing that event?
Usually it's like from 11 to 3.
11 to 3. I couldn't remember what time we started and what time is it 11 to 3? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, 2 or 3. Do you remember, Ben? You
The
cooked
party
the
in the park.
burgers.
It was 2, I think.
Yeah, I
11 to
think
2,
we ended at 2.
3 hours. Okay, all right. That's all.
And the
I'll put that
food.
out there, so.
Yeah, the food.
Yeah.
Okay, so 11 to 2, the party in the park, and also that evening, I talked to Kyle Donnell. They're doing their fundraiser, but they're not gonna start till 5 o'clock, so it's gonna be 2 separate events. It's the Bravest versus Finest, a police policeman, fireman, softball fundraiser. Proceeds will go to shop with a first responder program. They'll be here from like 5 to 8, and it's all gonna be out here by the softball field, so it's not gonna affect anything else here at the park.
Right.
In fact, I think we've got a family reunion using the big shelter that day, so we'll have several activities going on here at the park. Spooktacular, obviously, coming up October the 18th. We did it 5 to 7. We might go a little bit later because it's spookier when it's later in the
Yeah.
evening, so we might go 5 to 8 or something like that. But I started reaching out to some folks just to get some interest on who might be here and help support that event. Couple other things, the golf cart has been secured. Debbie has driven it around. It's very nice. We got all the stickers
it.
off of it and everything like
Yeah.
that, so we got here just in time, so we
I
take
know.
some people touring around the park.
Yeah.
Also, open house, we've had a table at the open house the last 2 nights, Monday and tonight. I wanna thank Hannah Taylor and Kimberly Mahoney for being over there, just handing out information about the park, things coming up, and getting applications into the hands of the kids and the parents. And just one other thing I have to pass along, Kate Lowe Snyder from Hanover College, she's also on the Jefferson County Youth Shelter Board. She sent an invitation out to all youth service organizations around the area to come down to the annual duck race. They're having a duck race this coming Saturday from 2 until 5 at the Broadway Fountain. And so she's invited us to come down and set up a table and have information about what we're doing out here and stuff like that. So I think it's a no-brainer that we'll be
Sure.
there.
Sure.
And I'm gonna try to get some park committee people there, and some other kids out maybe to come down and spend a few hours just to talk about what we're doing and try to drum up some more support for what we're doing out here and get some more kids involved, so. That is all I have. Does anybody have any questions?
How are the seniors doing?
The numbers on Fridays are dwindling.
Okay.
We're down to about, with the card players, we have 15 to 20 that are on a regular basis, so we're hoping when we get to more fall-like weather that the numbers will start picking up.
Is Thornton Tiers still doing?
Thornton Terrace is
food?
what they're doing is they're doing 2 meals a month starting this month. So we've got a senior that took care of the first month, Thornton Terrace is doing the second and fourth, another senior we had doing the third for right
Okay.
now. They're down a couple cooks at Thornton Terrace is the reason.
Oh, okay.
Because, for whatever happened over there, but they asked if we could cover a couple of meals for the
Sure.
month, for the next couple of months, and I got a couple senior ladies over there, excellent cooks, and
Sure.
they were more than willing to do that, so.
Sure, okay.
And if we need somebody, I know I can call somebody, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so far, so good.
Good.
But we're gonna try to build up, and the seniors that don't show up, they normally let me know, they call, let me, hey, we've got doctor's appointments, can't be here, and stuff
Right,
like that. So they're, at least they're communicating.
So
with
it
me.
hasn't dwindled a lot and,
It hasn't dwindled a lot, it's just staying steady, it's
Right.
not growing,
Right.
but I expect in the fall more people to get
sure,
out.
sure,
Because of the heat, they don't like to,
Right.
nobody gets to like to get out in the heat
Right.
anyway, so, yeah.
okay,
But the food's been pretty good,
good,
yeah.
good,
I think last week, Cookie Block, I can't remember what she made, it was grillers and baked beans. And,
yeah.
Corn on the
It was
cob.
really good,
Yeah.
it was good, huh?
Just get corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob too, yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
helped shuck some of that,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
So they loved that, that was
Yeah.
awesome, so.
Good.
anyway, that went over
Good
pretty
deal.
well.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Good, good report.
Thank you, thank you. And I'll keep you updated on these other things that we're talking about there, but I think, obviously we're gonna plan some stuff back at the amphitheater, but right here, I mean,
What do you think about renting that out?
what's that, the amphitheater?
The amphitheater.
I think it's a great idea. Of all the facilities besides the community building, that would be the easiest to
How would you
rent
pro-
out and monitor.
How would you promote it?
I mean, we obviously put it on Facebook and get some flyers out, and then we'd have to figure out what costs. Falls City's already talked about maybe doing their Easter sunrise service out here.
Can you kind of look at that? And
Yep.
Get us
Yep.
some prices and
Yep,
stuff, what you think?
absolutely, and we can compare it to what we charge here too.
Yeah.
Sure,
We
sure.
don't wanna.
No,
but
no.
The shelter houses obviously are
I just want
different
it
animal.
used,
Yeah, absolutely.
so,
But,
that'd be great.
yeah, I'll
Okay.
check on that for you.
All right,
Absolutely.
Good report.
Thank you.
thank you. Anybody else have anything? If not, I'll need a motion to adjourn the park
So
board meeting.
moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.